Hey everybody! Welcome back to Julia's Palette Studio. I hope you guys had a great Sunday today. I know I've been busy at the computer trying to work on my camera settings and my scenes and figure things out technically wise today. And I decided I'm going to finish this bad boy, this painting. I am going to finish it up. Yes, it's upside down because I am going to be finishing the top half, and obviously when I'm working on it, I will not be wanting to drag my loaded paintbrush over the bottom half and reach up here. So, I just do the very convenient thing and flip this bad boy around so that I can work on it. And then, of course, you have to turn your reference photos upside down, at least I do, in order to finish it up like that. So, this is what I'm doing. As you can see, my palette is very busy. I'm gonna have to just refresh a little bit. I'm still using some of these colors, so I don't want to totally get rid of them. Sometimes I just wipe the whole thing clean and start over, but this kind of gives me a base on the colors that I've been using already, so I don't have to switch it up. But I may end up doing that. I know I'm still using these for my darks, so I'm going to keep that. Definitely going to keep that. I'm using these for my darks and the greens. That's a mixture of, pretty much Hooker's Green Dark and Dioxazine Violet. And I also mix, actually this is Phthalo Green. This is Phthalo Green and Dioxazine Violet. And that's how I get that black, almost a black color. And you could adjust, the more green you add, the greener it is. The more Dioxazine Violet you add, the more violet it is on the violet side. But it is definitely a beautiful way to mix dark greens when you need them. And I have no idea where my testing papers went. Maybe I ran out. I'm going to have to grab some more. Oh, let me see. I think I have some. I do. I have a bunch of them down in my drawer here. These are the testing papers. This is something that I highly recommend you use all the time. So what you always have to have them on hand, because when you mix a color, you want to test it on a piece of paper before you commit it to your painting. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look how gray that is. It's a beautiful gray. It's just, I never use black. When I paint with watercolor, I never use black. So anyway, okay, so I got a couple of handy dandy little testing papers here. Put them back, because I have enough for now. Okay, I'll just do that for time's sake. I'll just do this. Okay. Alright, so I am going to go back to here, and I'm going to take a peek at what needs to be done first. So what I'm going to do first, what am I going to tackle first? I'm going to tackle some more up in here, some more of the negative painting in the leaf area. Now, there's a lot of the same color being used. A lot of that yellow, warm yellow green in there. all these are almost like permanent green light color, which by the way you can mix using phthalo green. If you don't have permanent green light, you can mix it using phthalo green. And yellow, lemon yellow is a beautiful green, bright green. But yeah, then I've got this one, which is a close-up. So this one really does help me. And I don't want to be like meticulously perfect. I don't want my painting to be a photograph. I just want it to represent what I'm seeing. I know I want it to be realistic because that's, I am a sort of a realist painter. I'm not a photorealist painter, but I am a realist painter. And so I do want to capture a little realism, but I don't want to be so anal that it's photographic. And so I am going to just be using my imagination and play, and we're just gonna have fun painting some negative shapes. Don't mind me. Have to put on my trusty glasses. It's getting to the point where I can't see anything close up without these guys, and I've got several pairs that float around my house, probably like everybody else my age. But I am going to get back down here and okay. So I'm going to look, let's see, I need to still work in here. I don't know, let's see if I can get this to zoom in a little bit. Not sure how much we can zoom. Let's just see, and I don't know what will happen to picture quality either. I can't tell. Okay, so let's just try that. And I'm gonna go in and I'm looking at my reference photo. And there's a lot when I'm looking at my reference photo. Let's see, I got this leaf here, which is, oops, I did not do accurately the leaves in here when I drew this out. As you can see in the reference photo, there's a lot of black, and I have stems back in here. So this in my reference is this right in here, which is just a lot of dark. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set this back a little bit, but I'm not going to put it for now as dark as this area. So I'm going to mix, let's see, I'm going to take some of the, if you can see I have my palette up in the right hand corner right there. I'm going to take some Hooker's Green right here. Just put some of that on the tissue and rinse that. And I am going to add, again, I said I'm going to add some dioxazine violet. That's not enough. And I'm going to take my, ooh, I just smacked my knee on something that smarts. Okay, I am going to, let's just do a test to see. That's dark. But, I just want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to go in. Just make it, oh, I think I put way too much purple in it that time. Oh yeah, watch. Oh yeah. Now it's turned into a black. So I want to go back to the green, get some of that excess paint off my brush onto the paper towel, put it back in water. Okay, let's get back some more green. Let's see, did I bring it back? I brought it back to where I had it. Okay. Alright. Tricky. You know, it's like a back and forth. That's a little greener, but it's still too, it is still too much towards black. So just a little bit more green. Let's see. I'm going to try that. You can see that. So here's another shot. This was when I went really purple. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, rich black, rich dark. So if you ever need to mix a black, oh, that's another way to mix a beautiful rich black. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to set my testing paper down. And I'm going to, I always dab off the excess first. Got my water handy right here. Okay, so, gosh, I don't want to give up all of that. I don't want to give up all of it. So we'll do some, because I still see stuff. Let's see, keep that. Keep that. Let's see. Wow. It's just so dark. Okay. That's actually... So easy to get lost in there. Yep. I mean, let's get some water in there. Now watercolor does dry lighter. Acrylics and oils dry darker. Watercolor always dries lighter. And this stem, that kind of goes in. This one, we'll just send that backwards, back in there. Oh, look at all this. This has to be sent backwards. Boy, I hate doing that. I gotta keep some of these. Let's see. Where am I at? This one here. That one there. See that right there? Is that right there? So there. I'm gonna have to. So what I'm doing, I'm negative painting, but I'm not negative painting. I'm just painting the background shapes that have already been drawn out. Negative painting is when you paint around, and by doing so you create a shape in my case right here, the shape was already there. It was already there. Okay, this one, that one has to be a lot lighter. So that one, I'm going to mix this with some, but this one, okay, that one needs to be set back a little bit too, but I'm going to wait till this dries a little bit. I'm going to wait till that dries. Let's see, this one here. I'm going to get some, change this up a little bit. We're going to get some sap green. And I'm going to add some alizarin crimson to that. Not too much. Oh, that's not the color I'm looking for. This one is, no. This is almost too much towards a brown. I don't want that. Let's go back in, grab a little bit more. Oops. Let's grab some of that. More sap green. Okay, that's what I want right there. This color. So, adding red to that. I got that color, which is what I want. So, let's take that. And we're going to paint that in. I have to remember I hope that dries light enough. I hope it does. Why did I leave that? Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to lift some out. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll just leave it. Just lift this one out a little bit. Let's do that one. That's what I needed there. I needed to tone that one down. It needed to be toned down. And this one needs to be darkened. Because this one is almost... I'm actually going to add a little bit more of that color just to darken this up a little bit. So let that recede in the background. Let that recede. I can set this down. I apologize. Every time, it seems like every time I start to paint, my nose starts to get runny. So I apologize for that. And I'm going to darken this up right here. That's really dark right there. I'm not going to make it quite as dark, but maybe a little bit. Tap that. Okay, and I see some of that dark right here too. Yep, and that isn't even the right color there. My imagination got the best of me on that one. Yep. Sure did. Let's see. I'll just do this. Okay. Let's see. So this one, check the color on this before I put it down. Yep. So I am gonna, oh no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Nope. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I actually have to get rid of that. I don't want that right now. Oh. Let's get rid of that. Get my handy dandy. Let's get rid of that color. There. Alright. Now if I can secure this in the trash bin so the dogs don't get it, that would be wonderful. I'm just going to set it aside because the trash bin is out of my reach, and if I throw it, it's going to end up on the floor, and then my puppies are going to grab it. Alright, let's see what that is. That is, I'm going to grab some of this green gold here. There, I'm going to grab some of that. This is what the green gold is right there. And I am going to add a little yellow, a little more yellow to that, some lemon or Windsor yellow. It's not enough. There. Okay, and some I'm going to try Cad Red Light. I'm going to mix that in there. Let's see if I get the color I want. Okay. But I don't have enough of it, so I'm going to make some more. So green gold, put that in there. Actually, let's just go straight to the Cad Red Light. Oh, not enough. Just a touch more of that. Nope, not enough. I just need a little bit more. Get rid of my water. A little bit more in there. Ooh, that might be too much. Yep, that was too much on my brush. Now what did I do? Ooh, beautiful rust color. Beautiful rust color. Look at that. Beautiful. But that's not the color I want. I'm looking for a warm. Boy, these are beautiful colors though. Wow. Beautiful colors. Okay. No. Oh, too much. Not enough. Alright. That's good. So now, when I put this down, yes, okay, that's the color I want right there. You can see that. And then when I blend it out, yeah, that's the color I want. A warm green gold, and I'm going to, I probably should use a smaller brush, but I'm not. And I am negative painting right now. I am painting shapes within the leaf so that I can bring out the veins in the leaf. I am doing that. So There's a lot of water on that brush. And that right there. I'll leave that right like that for a minute. Actually, I'm going to lift some of that out. There, let's lift that out. And I'm going to lift some of that out. I'm going to have to let that dry for a minute. That's the color I was looking for right there. And that is that right in there. I don't know if you can see that. So do I have that color somewhere else? Yes, I'm seeing that color. Right, I'm seeing that down in there. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more green there. Yeah, okay. Oh, my dog is whining because I'm not playing with him. I apologize for that. Oops. My phone. Okay, so I'm adding this color to the stem. I know, Remy, sorry. Mama's painting. Yep. These guys crack me up. There's two little Yorkies here, and they're getting very brave in the snow. They're actually jumping in the snowbanks to get to the grass, but there's no grass, so they're practically up to their necks. Remy. Practically up to their necks. Okay, let's see. I don't even know where the dog is. Oh, silly. He's under my feet. He's whining under my feet. Hey, baby boy. Don't you whine, buddy. Don't you whine. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to make this up right here because really... I know what that is. Okay, never mind. Never mind. There we go. There we go. And... see... I need to get some more paint off my brush, more water, because I don't want the water to go everywhere and have my paint go everywhere. Oop. Let's see that. Actually, so I'm seeing something that there. Okay, I'm seeing more yellow. I'm going to add some yellow in there. Yep. I'll put some of this there. I can add it this way. More yellow. Dab my brush. Get some more. Let's see. Interesting. I see something that I did that I shouldn't have done. I don't know if I want to make a big deal and correct it or not, but it's this right here. Remy. Yeah, I don't know if I want to make a big issue out of that. You know what I am going to do? I have been adding a little bit of gouache to this once every so often. And I don't normally do it, but I had to with this painting because of the paper. So I'm just going to drop some titanium white gouache in this right here. And I'm going to let it blend with the paint that's already down there. Whoops. Just going to let that sit. Let's see if I can lift that out. Okay, so I'm going to let that just sit. Remy, you're being very rude. You're being very rude, buddy. Yes, you are. You just want attention. Where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? Right there. Let's see. It's not. Just want to bring that out a little bit. I don't even know if that made a difference, but I'll just do that. Leave it. Like that. I don't want to get super detailed with this. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm really trying to avoid that. So, okay, and this here, it's not on, this area here is not on here. I'm just checking in here. I need to bring that down. That's standing out too much, and I'm going to bring that down. Yep, I'm going to use this again. The sap green with the red. I'm going to use that again. Push it back. Ooh, let's try that again. I had some push that back. Right. Okay. That's pushed back. What else needs to be pushed back? Yeah, that. That needs to be pushed back. There we go. There. And that. Okay. tying up the loose ends. Now, what is here? Okay, so this is another dark area. I'm gonna push that back. First, I'm going to use this, and then if I have to, I'll go back in and put in some more of that dark. Here. And that. Okay. This here. I'll have to tone that down a little bit. I think I'll add some green to the edge and make that more like part of the spray, the flower spray. And on my palette here, I'm going to go for some of this brighter green. I'm going to get some of that permanent green on there. That's too bright. So let's mix this with some of that Hooker's green. I'll even put some of that blue in there. Let's see what we get. Oh, now that's too blue maybe. Go back. Maybe not. I'll just mix a little bit of that together. Now what do we get? That's better. Okay, so I just want just a touch of that. So the sun's coming from this way, so we'll have this shadow side over here. Right? So that's the shadow side of it. So we're kicking that back. There. I'm just gonna, I'll just leave a very fine white edge right there. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing there, but yeah, I just left a very fine white edge. Okay, and then this leaf here is this one down here, and that's pretty bright. So that doesn't really need to be messed with, dealt with, I guess, messed with. I need to darken this in here, and I'm gonna darken the bottom one for sure. The bottom leaf right there, I'm gonna darken that first. I gotta remember tonight is trash night. Okay, I just lost my spot. Okay, there I am. There I am. Okay. Tonight is trash night. I hate it when I forget about it. Definitely no fun. And I'm going to add another layer right there of that. There. Darken that. And this one here. This one here was supposed to be lighter. Okay. Well, I don't like paint. I feel like right now I feel like I'm painting paint by number, and I don't like it. No, I don't like that feeling of filling in shapes by using the pencil shape. I don't like it. But Sometimes you have to do that in your work. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to just paint in the shapes. And this one is dark right here. So we're going to paint this part dark. I'm going to use that, paint that dark. And variegation of the leaf goes this way. So that's what we're doing right there. Yep. Yep. So I can't do anything till that dries, but this one here is almost that black color. And then there is that black color right in here. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to add it. But I wanted to paint the outline, let the outline show still. The edge of the leaf, I mean. I wanted to keep that. Okay, get back to that dark. Drop some of that in right there. Okay. All right. There's that. What else can I do? What else? I'm looking. Okay. I'm going to have to revert back to the smaller photo so I can see what's happening in here. And then, yeah, because this is just basically focusing on the rose. This one here is basically focusing on that. And, okay. Oh, this one right here is a dark area. Right there. I am filling in the dark spots. But by doing that, I'm making shapes, which is defining more leaves. So by doing this, I am bringing out more detail in the leaves. Okay. So I brought out that one. That one needs to be a little bit darker because I know that's going to dry a little bit later. So I just want to make this darker. Let me grab some of this dark. Dark. Let's put that in there. Dark. Okay. And then I don't think I should have done that, but yeah, I can do that. I know, I hear you, Remy. I hear you. Where you at? Where'd you go? Can't sit there and whine. No, you can't. You can't whine. Say, if you whine, Remy, you have to use the whine. I want to go to Florida. You have to use that whine. Yeah, you have to use that whine, buddy. I want to go to Florida, right, Remy? Yeah. I'd love to move there right about now. I'm over winters. I am over winters. I don't care for them anymore. Actually, I get more freedom to paint when it's warmer weather out. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to turn it back around and see where I'm at. Okay, so I just have to go in and decide how much detail. I mean, I know I'm going to have to add some definition in here and a little bit in here. And this leaf here, this needs something here. Oh, actually, on the grander scheme of things, let's look. In the grander scheme of things, this leaf here is that leaf there. So this one needs to be set back. Actually, this one is set back there. So I can set this one back with a darker color. I'm not sure if I will totally make it that dark. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. I see that's dark in there. That's all. This is all really black in here, but I didn't make it as black because I wanted some of the foliage to come through. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to set that on my... I'm going to have to just take a look at this. Oops, I got it too much. Let's see if I can bring this back. Yeah, I didn't want it zoomed out that bad. Let's do that. So I'm just going to have to see. Yeah, I don't want it that bright, but I don't want it black. I don't want it dark. I don't. So I'm going to have to just put this up there, and I'm chomping at the bit. I'm chomping at the bit, guys. This is the hard part when I want to be done, and I still see little things that have to be fine-tuned, and I can't sign my name to it yet. So, yeah, this is the frustrating part because I really want to be done with it, but I'm so close just to finish up those trees. I mean, trees. I knew it was green. I knew green leaves. I need to finish up those leaves and just add some shadows to these pink mums that are down there. And then I can sign my name to it. So I really am thankful that you watched. And if you watched all this way, I am very thankful, because I know sometimes it's not fun to sit there and watch somebody paint and talk to themselves, but I am grateful if you did stick it through. I am grateful that you did. So I have, this is going to be done tomorrow. My mom is actually moving into an assisted living facility. She's moving over from her apartment to the other wing into assisted living. So I'll be helping her pack for that move. But come Wednesday, this is going to be finito. It is going to be finished. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you, and your journey with me. It means so much to me. You have no idea. Feel free to, if you haven't already, join me on my journey and follow me, please. Please, by all means, follow. Become a patron. I mean, if you like what I do and just want to keep up with me and what's going on, or if you like what I do and you want to help me on my journey and give what little you can and help me to buy what I get what I need to keep going, that would be awesome. You know, back in the day, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, even names that you've never heard of, there was a such thing called patronage for the fine arts. So, guys, God bless. You guys have sweet dreams tonight. And stay tuned because I will be offering classes starting in March. And I'm very excited about it. So, you guys, take care. God bless. And thanks for watching. And paint your heart out. Well, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm trying to get my next scene to play. So it's the button's not working, so I don't know if it'll work or not. But I'm going to this one. And we'll see, right? That's not what I want. This is what happens. So guys, if you happen to like the video and thought it was interesting, you got something out of it, or you just liked it, please make sure that you guys hit like and subscribe. And you know what? Even share it. Thanks guys, and I will see you soon next time at Julia's Paint Your Heart Out Fine Art Studio. Talk soon. See ya.